Okay. Let me have a look at TRVL. TRVL had a nice push up yesterday. And again, on the back of Bitcoin, it's getting a little bit of pullback. It's a low volume pullback. It's not crazy volume. So it's again, it just shows you a little bit of the lack of, not interest. I think what people are doing is they're waiting for Bitcoin to show strength and then they market buy, rather than be bullish and continuously buy or to scale in. And they're just waiting for the price to bottom out. So what happened was the price bottomed out here, and then people started buying, and then this is Bitcoin. And so some people will take profit, but as you can see, the volume is declining. See that? So it's just Bitcoin going down and then the altcoins following suit. That's all that's really happening right now. Okay. And naturally, if people were like, I mean, I think a lot of people are extremely bullish on TRVL. I've seen it on the social media. I've seen how people are extremely bullish, and I'll show you in a second. But rather than just set limit orders and just absorb the price as the price comes down, then that will prevent the price from coming down. So what would be best practice would be just to scale in and have limit orders. And if everyone did that, then the price would just kind of eventually, even if Bitcoin went down, TRVL would hold and you'd get flatter corrections. People aren't doing that. People aren't actually putting limit orders and laddering in. What they're doing is they're just waiting for the price to drop. It's like a competition of who can catch the lowest price with TRVL. And rather than laddering in and just scaling in and just buying regularly or just religiously buying or just constantly buying at certain intervals or at certain time intervals, what's actually happening right now is that as Bitcoin finds strength, people market buy. And as Bitcoin pulls back, the markets will pull back naturally, because that's the way it works. The bots buy and sell in tune with the way Bitcoin moves. And you're getting these kind of low volume pullbacks with the price, and it's all in sync with Bitcoin right now. Okay. And this behavior is easy to change. It just requires continuous bullish sentiment, not just only when Bitcoin is strong we'll buy, and when Bitcoin is weak we won't do anything or we'll stop. Yeah, if you get continued bullish sentiment, then actually this will go like this, or actually in the best case scenario people will continue buying. Yeah, they don't really care about Bitcoin. They're extremely bullish on this and they see the price and they go, well, this is cheap, I just want to, as much of this as possible goes up in price. We're not there yet. And I think right now what's happening is people are just waiting for Bitcoin. We are range bound, you know, it's clear, but we had a little bit of a bounce. And in the idea that I had yesterday, which I showed to everyone on Gate, is not invalidated at all. It's actually nicely in action. Getting a little bit of a lag. So once that clears, Gate, we came back to 9 cents. And then we had a little bit of a reaction. That's normal. 9 cents is the mark, is the line in the sand. And yeah, I mean, this isn't invalidated at all. It's normal. Once Bitcoin finds its feet, once this slows down and Bitcoin starts to go up, you could go up. Okay, and then people will start market buying again. Okay, rather than setting limit orders. And if it would be better if people were able to just put limit orders, but then you're not going to get the absolute bottom price. You're going to get an average price of your orders, and that's the difference. Maybe people are savvy and they know exactly when the bottom is. They've mastered the bottom on this token and they're just waiting for the bottom. Okay, has this bottomed out yet? It's hard to tell. It looks It's slowed down a lot. Yeah, you can see it's kind of slowing down, but all it, with a low liquidity environment, all it takes is someone to market sell, and then you'll get this. That's what you'll get, and then you'll probably get people continue. And so and I think that's largely to do with Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin is testing support, most altcoins will pull back, but they won't necessarily sell off. If for some reason you get into a situation where Bitcoin loses support, so right now you see Bitcoin is trying to hold support. It's back testing this higher time frame triangle. It's into the golden pocket of this local price action. It's at this key pivot for a potential SR flip here. There's a lot of areas of interest here with Bitcoin, and we've already filled the volume gap on this green candle that went up. So Bitcoin is trying to hold support right now. It's still not out of the woods. And because Bitcoin isn't out of the woods, when you go to altcoins and TRVL, you're going to get this isn't a sell-off. This is basically just Bitcoin pulling back, and it's reflecting on the price of the whole market. The little bots are buying and selling, and they see Bitcoin going down, then they start selling, and they see Bitcoin going up, and they start buying. That's what's happening. And the way to defeat that, because this is relatively low volume, if you look at this volume, it's not much. Let me have a look quickly. 24,000, 29,000, 7,000, 8,000. Probably on KuCoin it might be a little bit more. 18,000. We've got a green candle. Someone actually bought 37,000 at market. We had a little bit of higher volume as the price was initially descending. This is all low volume at 4.9, then 116,000. Let me have a look at Bybit as well to see what the volume's like. This is a buy here, 33,000 market buy. It's pretty low volume actually, and you've got quite high volume to the upside. Let me see. 74,000. Well, higher. For that, the price of Bitcoin went up against Bitcoin went up into that high volume node, and then it rejected. So it's quite interesting how these work. These tokens, they're in tune with Bitcoin. So what everyone is doing now is just waiting for Bitcoin to find strength, waiting for Bitcoin to bottom out, waiting for the selling to end, waiting for the buyers to start re-entering. Is this the end? Is this it? Is this the support level of Bitcoin? It could be. We don't know. We have to see. It looks quite good at the moment. Okay, so yeah, I don't think, by TRVL you can get it at 7% discount basically from the gate launch price, effectively 7% discount from the gate launch, which is 9 cents. Could it go lower? Sure, it could go lower, and this bump and run idea is not invalidated until you take out this low here. Yeah, in terms of the bump and run idea, it's still not invalidated. You just can't make a new low here. That would be incorrect. Okay, and I don't really want this to happen, but I can't control the price. Right now what's happening is that Bitcoin is controlling the price. Okay, we're not in that moment yet where altcoins pump regardless of Bitcoin. We're not there yet. Okay, and the large portion of that future that we all want and that we all can imagine has to do with ETH and Bitcoin. So ETH is showing a bit of strength, which is why the alts are showing a little bit of strength, but we're not into that kind of parabola where ETH is now starting to carry the altcoin market with it. Yesterday we had a really nice, powerful, strong green bullish day. Now we're seeing a pullback, and that's reflecting on the rest of the market. Look at Bitcoin dominance in context. It's not bad, you know, a little bit of weakness back into this value area of this range. It's kind of what you want to see, but you also want to see the crypto market to continue with its bullishness. And the problem is, because we're at the highs of a key area, an area where we could break out to the upside, you know, this is very pivotal area right now. Any small pullback reflects in large pullbacks on the wider crypto market. That's the reason why it's going to gets quite volatile, and it's very difficult if you're leveraging, and when you're in a low liquid altcoin environment, it feels like you're leveraging. It definitely feels like you're leveraging. So this is kind of very similar to Bitcoin. Very similar. Except on this, we've lost the triangle. You see that? So is it there? Is that better? Would that be better? Very similar to Bitcoin. Except here you had a little bit of fake out. Maybe that's the triangle, and we've come back to test the triangle. Golden pocket, SR flip, very similar to Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, it's kind of doing the same thing. See that? So we are coming into some kind of support area, and it just has to hold. Yeah, it just has to hold. We don't know if it's going to hold yet. It looks like it's holding. We have to see. Okay. We're still pre-Bitcoin halving, so it's, for all intents and purposes, it's a good place. It's good to buy for the long hold. It's harder to leverage. It's very hard to leverage right now because you're getting such big swings in the market. And that's why I said, like with something like TRVL, it feels like you're leveraging because you have such a small market cap in comparison to Bitcoin. Bitcoin will go up 10% and TRVL will go up like 40%, 50%. I can see there's a few buying tails here as the price is descending. That's quite bullish. This is on max. This is on the hourly time frame. This is not going to happen. I'm just making this up here. Don't panic. Let me have a look at Bybit. See, that looks like a sell, but actually that's a buy. Someone just bought there. Look at the lower time frame. See that? It's a buy. See the volume? And to be fair, someone did sell into it here. And actually, this is really bullish. I'll show you why. Look, this is Bybit. Someone market bought 17,000 tokens here. This was a low volume sell. You see, it says 80 tokens there. So there was a 17,000 token buy, 80 token sell, which reversed all of the price action. So it's a low volume sell, which is bullish. That's 370 tokens. And this sell, you see that 12,000, the price went nowhere. So you have a high red volume bar, and the price didn't move. You see that? So this is actually quite a bullish candles forming here. See that? And just by looking at the volume, the sales are being absorbed, the buys are to the upside. So on a slightly higher time frame, it looks bearish because we've got a selling tail, but actually it's bullish because it's someone just market buying. Okay, and the sell the sell order is being absorbed. Someone is absorbing the selling here, which is really good to see. The way to really see that would be on the MACD, which I've often shown and use, and you can see here on the MACD, it's really showing hidden bullish divergences too. Look at this. You see you've got lower. Oh god, I've drawn it really badly. you've got a lower low here, and then you've got a higher low here. See that? So that's hidden bullish divergence. I'm seeing the same thing on the CCO. Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, this is looking quite good, actually. TRVL is looking quite good. I wouldn't be surprised if we do go up. Don't know where to. No one can predict that. So there's something to bear in mind. I don't mind this, actually. This is looking quite good. And I just wanted to show you some other things as well. So what's interesting is that yesterday on the Dtravel page. Good morning, Nurati. Yeah, I'll have a look at SUI. Let me just finish this. If you look at the TRVL page, what's really interesting is that this is really interesting. I found this really interesting. So they posted, I'm having a little bit of lag on the stream, so apologies for that. I hope it doesn't interfere too much. A few dropped packets. So see, look, TRVL posted, this is the power of people, cryptology centralized exchange just listed us organically, so you can now get TRVL on cryptology sex. Thanks for listening. Want to see us on more exchanges? Make sure you send them an email or DM them to let them know you want to see TRVL. How exciting is that? I think this is really amazing. So we've actually, TRVL is now listed on the new exchange. No one even knew about this. This just happened. Look, April the 3rd. TRVL. See that? TRVL. Now, it's still problematic for me because I can't get an account on them because I live in the UK and they don't allow that. But if you don't live in the UK and you're in another country, you could probably, if you want to, you can probably use them. I was having a look at their exchange yesterday. It's not on TradingView, so I can't see it. It's got we cease operations in UK. What a load of rubbish. Let's have a look here. So we should see TRVL here somewhere on the left, except it's not. Let's have a look here at TRVL. Did I do that right? There it is. See that? So when you have a look at their exchange, it's just spot only. So, but the chart looks like that. So as far as I'm concerned on cryptology, TRVL is in price discovery. It's quite funny to see. It's quite low volume, so just bear that in mind. If people are interested, you could definitely do some kind of arbitrage if you're interested, but you see the volume is pretty low. So how do I add the volume? Let me just add volume here. Oops, I've done it 4 times. TRVL, like it's really low. 200 TRVL. This is a big one. 200. So it's pretty low. I mean, it's quite low volume. So it's quite difficult to buy large quantities of TRVL. If you're like doing small, like 50, 100 TRVL trades, you could totally do that on this exchange. And obviously, if you can't set up an account, so I've tried. And basically the problem is the citizenship. So if I put United Kingdom, it won't let me. Residency, yeah. I mean, I would put Palau, but it won't let me. Look, this combination is not supported. But if you live in somewhere like, I don't think USA is supported either. That's the problem. Let me try United States. Palau, yeah. If you do somewhere like France, it probably is supported. EU is pretty good. Oh no, yeah, look, France. So if you're in the EU, you can get onto this. That's quite good. And obviously if you're somewhere else like United Arab Emirates, you're unrestricted really. The problem is the citizenship. So even if your residency is there, if I suddenly go to United Kingdom, will it let me know? That's the problem. It's a real problem, huh? So anyway, it's a problem for the people living in the UK, but that's pretty, I think that's quite bullish. Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, which was quite interesting, is on TRVL. Bitcoin Habib posted again yesterday. It was quite, I think maybe some of the volume came from his latest post. And he's absolutely right. Even though I don't understand his TA at all. It beats me how he comes up with his TA, but you know, everyone has their own way, and no one is right or wrong. It's all subjective. Let me find it. Maybe I should go to his page. There's lots of posts on TRVL. That's what you want to see. But let me try and find it. Maybe I have to go to his page. Huh? This was it really. Look, Crypto Gem Suckers posted it, but he basically took that from Bitcoin Habib. Where is Bitcoin Habib? There he is. Look. If you have patience, then you can make 500 to 700% on TRVL midterm. Currently sitting at the weekly retest, which is the best mid-long-term entry, mid to long-term entry for multiples. See that? So he's come up with his TA. I don't understand it, but it's correct because I've based my idea on a different confluence of support. But I mean, for him it works. I don't know how he gets these targets either, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. And you see that he got over 100 retweets and over 300 likes. This is kind of it. It's quite exciting to see that kind of engagement for TRVL. So it's definitely on the radar. This isn't the first time he's posted about TRVL, and I think this is a signal. You know, look, this guy's. I trust you, Habibi. Just hold it. How many TRVLs this guy got? Have a look. Try and read this. 2,391. It's not much. He doesn't have much. Poor guy. I did an all-in for TRVL. I mean, that's... I hope they Habib is right. That's quite signal, huh? Just bear in mind with these people that are jumping on the bandwagon, that they will sell. So let's hope that the Dtravel team can come up with their staking, tokenomic staking ASAP. Yeah. So if anyone's watching this, just kind of remind them on the Telegram that we need that ASAP. Yeah, because we